Hello my fellow Gators. I would like to welcome you to this video in which we will take a look in a new project, a rather big one, which will be my Stargate, but this one will be 80 centimeters in diameter, as you probably guessed by just watching the name of the video. But before we go into the video itself, a few words about today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by PCBWay. PCBWay is a company which deals with making prototypes for you using various technology. You will simply send them your files, choose the quantity, and they will make the stuff for you and send it to your address. So definitely check them out. The link is in the description. And I once again thanks the PCBWay for the sponsoring. And here we are in Creo, and this is the model itself. As you can see, it's already with iris, but the iris is optional and you don't really have to have it. So yeah, for now we just get rid of it and take a look at the gate itself. As you can see, it's quite detailed. I try to be as accurate to the gate in the show as possible, but there are some changes which I had to do mainly because of the fact that it is 3D printed. Now this model, as I said, it's 80 centimeters in outer diameter, and at least for me, its primary purpose is that it will be hanged on a wall because it's so big that I don't really have a place for it. And about some of the features. Well, the inner ring could, of course, rotate. Yeah. And another thing which I did is that the model has preparations for the cables. So if you want, you can put LEDs to all the chevrons and light them up. I will not do it because I don't do electricity, even lighting, lightning, even lighting. So for me, the orange pieces or the bronze pieces will be solid, and yeah. But if you will make them from transparent material, you can use certainly the LEDs. And yeah, I have to first say that no, all the chevrons are um, static. I don't have the feature of the 7th chevron or the main chevron being movable. Maybe later I will make an upgrade. And I guess now we can take a look how everything goes together. So we will start with the support. So this basically serves as a skeleton for the gate, and it consists of 9 of these segments. Yeah. Here what you see, that's the actual groove for the cables, for the LEDs. Everything goes together via our standard locks, and from the other side we have holes which have standard 10 by 10 pins. Yeah, so you will have to print quite a lot of those pins. Okay, when the skeleton is done, you can start with attaching different stuff. Theoretically, the easiest would be to start with the inner ring, and that's it. So we will now take a look at the inner ring, and that basically comes in two layers. The first layer is consisting of those pieces, and all have certain symbols, and that's for the assembly, because then you will know that the symbols goes together, and they all have holes, and that is because the other layer with the actual symbols have corresponding pins. So basically you cannot put the chevrons, the symbols in wrong order. They only fit to their specific place, and basically you cannot do a mistake. It is then shown and explained later in the video. Yeah. Now, basically these inner parts, they are basically inserted into place. Yeah, they have this groove, and by that they are basically, well, clicked on the place. But obviously, considering this is round, this is curved, that would mean that the last one wouldn't be able to fit, and that is the case. So that is why the last one is actually divided into the front and back piece. Um, the this one, I will not lie, even though this is a kit and theoretically done without need for the glue, it is maybe easier if you will use use for this part a little bit of glue. It is not necessary, but it is easier. And quite frankly, because it is quite a big print, as I said, 80 centimeters, I did use some of the glue just to make things sturdier, because it's quite heavy, to be honest. And for the purpose of safety, I simply did a little bit of glue. Okay, so now that this part is done, we will basically turn it over and we will add these pieces. Yeah, there are 9 of them, they have the corresponding holes to the pins, and yeah, we will have this. Then we will do the same on the front with those pieces. And now, as you can see here, we have these areas, and to them we will insert these pieces. And once they are there, we will insert the chevrons. And because they are angled, they will hold this thing in place. Yeah, it may fall, it may wiggle a little bit, but it will not fall down because of the angle which is in the chevrons. Okay, and now I guess we can take a look at the chevrons themselves. They are also relatively easy. Alright, so we start with this piece. And we will have this one, and we simply insert the first one into it. And then, of course, add the pins. Once that is done, we will attach the big part of the chevron, and then we will take the front one, but before we put it into place, we have to insert the inner parts, which are bronze or orange, or if you will do the lighting, then they will be from some transparent orange. And as you can see, here we have aligned 2 holes. We will insert the connector piece, which holds it together, and then we will insert this main piece, which has the corresponding hole for that connector piece. And once it is done and the chevron is assembled, you can see here we have 2 openings, and that will slide to the pieces here. So everything will fit together. You will obviously have to use some force to put it in place, but yeah, that's it. And that means that the gate is done. And then of course the iris. The iris is simply inserted into the ring. I didn't do any clapping system because it holds on its own quite nice. And how the iris looks, it's, as you can see, it's one big puzzle, and it is made of 11 pieces of the inner part and 11 pieces of outer parts, all with the locking systems, and then the centerpiece is divided into two parts, and you will simply put everything together. Yeah, that way, this way, I guess it's quite clear how it goes together. As you can see, basically one big puzzle. And I also made openings here. That's because, as I said, for me, the purpose of the gate will be it will hang on the wall, and this is basically opening for some mounting points, for some screws on which it will hang, so that the iris don't come in the way. Okay, so yeah, that's it, and I guess now we can take a look at the actual assembly. Alright, so here we have the support. I already inserted all the pins, and now we will take this piece and simply put it to the place. Yeah, all the way in. Yeah, and when it is done, we simply take another one and put the two pieces together. Yeah, like that. And we will do it all the way until we have the entire gate, the entire ring done. And when it is done, we will take these pieces and we simply insert them there, yeah, like that. And we will continue until the entire ring is filled. So you have to insert all 11 pieces. Now obviously here you cannot add the 12 because you wouldn't be able to actually put it there, which is why I already inserted the one half and now the second half. Yeah, this one is basically cut in half, and then we will put it in place like that, and that means that the entire inner ring is done. So add all the parts here and always put them symbol to symbol, yeah, like that. Yeah, 5 pointed star, so it's here, and just yeah, just connect it like that. Okay, now take this piece and simply slide it, yeah, like that, and do it for all the 9 parts, yeah, so that you have this piece there. Alright, now we will insert the pieces with the symbols. The great thing is to have the earth symbol here with the rectangle. That's the only thing you need to remember. Yeah, it will fit here holes to the pegs, and you will simply press it into place. And for all the others, you cannot really make it wrong because they fit only to their respective places. And you can also use all those ornament lines to know the pieces which belongs to each other, so that you have now all the symbols there. And now we will take this piece and It has holes here, pegs are here, and we will slide them to the place. Okay, like this. And now we will insert the chevrons. So here are two openings, and here are pegs. So we will simply slide it and clap it in place. Like that. And we will do it 8 more times. Okay, now how to build the chevron. So we will take the front part, and inside we will insert those two pieces, this connecting piece, and it will be prepared. Okay, like this. Yeah. So that's the front. Now the back. So we will take this piece and we will, as you can see, I already inserted the two pins, and then we take this piece and simply slide it from the top like that. Now we will take the back piece, it has 4 holes, and simply put the two together, yeah, like that. Now we turn it around, and here we have the opening for this pack, so we put it in, and last but not least we take this piece and put everything together. And we will do this 8 more times so that we have 9 complete chevrons. And as you can see, it is done. All the chevrons are in place, and they basically keeps the whole gate in place. Now I have to basically admit that the inner ring does spin, but not that smooth, not so smooth. And yeah, but considering this is supposed to be hanged on my wall, I don't really mind. So yeah, this is the Stargate. And now, as you can see, I started to print the iris. The gate is already attached to the wall, and this is where it will stay. Yeah, I really am happy how it turned out. Okay, then have a very nice day. Bye bye.